More blood for the 308.
Beautiful stag. Hey everyone, this is Chanell and Andy from the Hunting Hippies. Welcome back to a new episode.
After filming our last episode with some good mates up in North Queensland, we made our way down the coast. And once we got home, we managed to get a hold of a property west of my family farm. Went out for a bit of a look and a bit of a scout. We didn't have any expectations going out there because we'd never been out there before. When we went out to this property, the landowner gave us a bit of a tour around. He had seen a few deer, but not a stack. We sort of just wanted to go and have a look for some hinds. We knew that we were going to be around for the rut time, and we were hoping to locate some groups of hinds, and if they were in that area, then going forward in following weeks, get out there and look for a stag roaring. We got lucky, I guess. We parked up and went for a walk, and within the first hour or so we'd already located a stag on a ridge and were able to film it for a bit before getting a really nice ethical shot away, so we were happy about that.
Yeah, so with that being said, there was no plan to really film. I picked up my camera sort of last minute. We didn't even have the GoPro on us when Andy shot the deer, so apologies for the lack of content that we've got there and the terrible audio as well. It was all pretty last minute.
We'll let all of that follow, and thanks for joining us on this episode.
Rattling. That's the same stag, huh?
Is it?
That's the same stag. I'm sure of it. He's run over and he's just thought he's fine because that's the same one, I'm sure. Young stag. He's no monster.
So we've just come for a little hunt this afternoon. We're camping out at a property we've been lucky enough to gain access to. Just goes to show that your parents' friends are some of the best friends. He gave us a bit of a run around, showing us where he's been seeing animals. This isn't a place where there's a massive density of deer. It's really on the real outskirts of their distribution. And we spooked a stag earlier on another ridge line, and then had a bit of a sulk about that, and I'm 90% sure that this is the stag. We bumped him over a ridge and came along, and we were sort of just chatting away. We really weren't paying too much attention. We did have an awesome headwind in our face, which really saved us. We were able to get low and watch this guy feed on this hillside. Chanell got some footage of him before I got in a shooting position. Still a bit gobsmacked. This is my first stag. Bumped a handful now and gone home sore and sorry, and put a lot of time into researching these animals' behaviour. Not a lot of time in the field, but that's just due to circumstance.
I never thought I'd be walking back to the troopy with an 8-point stag head on my shoulders. But this is what you do for love and for meat. So we started quartering the animal. This beautiful stag. Honestly can't get over it. And it's just so big. Like, we just looked at this animal and we're over like 3 valleys back to the car. So there was just no possible way of us carrying the whole thing, even if we'd gutted it. Certainly a lot larger deer than the first hind that we got in far north Queensland and took on the boat. So we've quartered it up and I've got the head on my shoulders and Andy's gun and my camera, and Andy's got 2 of the back legs. We're gonna do 1 trip to the car and then drop everything off and get these parts of the animal into the esky and then walk back to where we've left the stag, take the front legs and the back straps.
The deer we shot up there, and you can just see the troopy over there.
See it there on top of the hill. There's the troopy. We still got this next hill to go, and then that little one. We're making progress. We just had to get over this fence just here. It's barbed wire, so that was a bit tricky while we were both holding the head and the legs, but we managed to get through with some teamwork. The troopy's just up the top of this hill. I'm so keen to stop walking with this head on my head. It's so heavy. I reckon the head alone is like 20 kilos and the gun is digging into my back. Anyway, it's gonna be great. Doesn't matter. I can see the troopy.
We're back.
Now to do it all over again. Look at the thickness of that fat layer.
Yeah, super healthy. So look, I don't know much, but from what the experts say, this month of the year is the best time of year to get the best eating quality out of your red deer, because they've been fattening up, getting ready for the rut in a couple of weeks' time. So they've just been by themselves. They've rubbed out their velvet, so they're all in hard antler, as you saw, and they've just been grazing, just getting as fat as they can, building up as much energy as they can for the rut, where when they're breeding and rutting, they don't eat, they just root.
So we're just on our way back now to pick up the rest of the deer. We've got about a 2-kilometre walk, and maybe we can spot some more deer now that it's nighttime and Andy's got his big torch out. Alright, we made it back.
Well, we just finished knocking the rest of what we can off that animal. We've done the best that we can with our tools and resources that we have. So we've got all 4 legs off, back straps, a little bit of neck meat, a bit of rump meat, and a few little stew offcuts that I could salvage. But as you can see, it is about as stripped bare as we can do. Tomorrow morning we'll race home and back to my parents' farm, and we'll put it in the cold room and we'll let it age, and we'll break it all down, and be a lot of meals to come out of this big boy.
Very stoked, hey?
Very stoked.
Let's hike back.
Stag there, stag there.
The camera isn't picking it up, but on the top of the hill there, we can see the troopy and its lights. We're on the home stretch. Woo! It's late and we're buggered, but we've broken down the deer. It's inside that esky. Somehow managed to fit most of it in, haven't got the head in there, but we've got all 4 legs and back straps are in the fridge. We're going to throw that in the car in the morning and then take off, get home and hang it in the cold room. Yeah, and then we had a shower, just bucket shower with some soap and had a good scrub.
Water tank.
Which was nice. And now we are eating our dinner, which is venison stew.
My first stag, so pretty cool. Feeling pretty humbled, pretty blessed. So cool to see that animal, watch it and know that it couldn't see us, and yeah, get that little bit of footage and take a really good shot with the animal only going 20 meters. Can't wait to be able to portion all that up. Gonna make lots of sausages with it and be able to freeze down a heap of meat and take it away when we take off. Hopefully by this point you've seen the excitement of yesterday afternoon's deer hunt. Got up a bit early this morning. We've got to race back and get that meat in the cold room, but couldn't resist at least having a bit of a scout around for a dog or a pig. It's about 500 meters from camp. I was coming down this hill just behind me, and down in this gully just here I spotted a couple of dogs. 2 of them were really big dogs, like I'd say the mother or father of this one that I got here. So it's a wild dog. They were actually down here harassing a calf just in this little grove here, and mum and dad, I think they might have been onto me, and they took off up the hill. They were moving so quick, and then I got in a shooting position from here, had a shot at one here freehand. I missed, and they both ran up towards me and crossed over this, and he pulled up just by this rock. Yeah, some nasty canines on him.
So we've just gotten home, claimed a little corner of Dad's cold room, set up a bit of a makeshift meat rack. We got all the legs in really nice, good condition, and back straps hanging as well. Today, at some point, I'm going to skin all of those legs out and let them get a nice layer of solidification, I guess, I don't know the right word, but around that skin, and let it start to age and go through that aging process. So they'll probably hang for about a week before we process them and portion them and make sausages and so on. And the head as well, I've got to tackle that today. Skinning the head out and getting the bottom jaw removed and getting that ready to boil and do a bit of a Euro mount on that. It'll be cool. The work only just begins once you pull the trigger, as it would seem.
That's the shot.
That's the shot.
Wow. definitely not going our way.
I had a pretty shitty sleep last night.